Jodhpur, especially the city which has, the history of, getting the best quality of handicraft products.
Okay, yeah.
Early growth stage.
Okay.
We have launched our operation from 2022, and since then we have served more than 100 schools and impacted over 10,000 students. We started just before COVID. So at that time, actually, I just had one product. So that was like an idea stage. I made product and I pitched it to ISTAR team and they likely got that. But COVID happened and things got halted because at COVID times, everything was digitalized. So, and we deal in a physical category of, so things got halted. But we utilized that 2 years of time, in developing more prototypes and products.
Hello everyone. So today I met one of the amazing founder and I thought to talk with him. So Nikhhiil is one of the great one from this this city, Jodhpur. So Nikhhiil, if you can just quickly introduce yourself, what you did before this is startup and what is solving right now.
Yeah, so hi, my name is Nikhhiil Gehlot. I'm the founder and CEO at Toynik. At Toynik, we are building gamified learning solutions. We create educational gains for the students to improve their learning outcomes. Prior to that, I have experience in social entrepreneurship and innovation.
That's all about. Okay, all right. So, so if I talk about your, this is startup. So, what is the stage right now of this startup?
We are at early growth stage.
Okay.
We have launched our operation from 2022, and since then we have served more than 100 schools and impacted over 10,000 students across India, as well as we have done a very small pilot in Middle East, UAE, and Kenya.
Okay. So now you started this startup in 2022. You served 100 plus schools, right?
Yeah.
And I think 10,000 plus students. So as of now, if I ask you, what is your team size and how you operate this entire startup, if you can just explain that.
So operations are totally based out in Jodhpur city.
Okay.
And we are a team of around 5 people. These are people working full time.
Okay.
Apart from that, we have onboarded consultant for legal, our IP innovations. We also have a design consultant on board. We have IT consultant with us on board. And then a set of advisors and mentors from ISTAR and other incubations through which we have got level of support.
Okay. And what kind of support you got specifically from iStart? Did you get any grant or that stuff?
So we have got 2 supports from iStart in terms of financials. The first we got a small grant of 3 lakh rupees.
Okay.
And then we actually got a convertible loan in 2021.
Okay.
And apart from that, we are also incubated here, so we have got our office space here, and then as well as a set of mentors to whom we interact on occasionally basis.
Okay.
And we have also been part of a multiple conferences in India, especially like game development conference, and that was actually totally supported by iStart, especially because we're working in that sector.
Yeah. Okay, so how your sales and marketing team is structured right now? In a day-to-day operations, they're running ads. That's how they're getting business. Or you have offline team who is going to the market, just meeting people and getting the business the traditional way. So what is that structure?
So we are into both ways of marketing, the new digital marketing and the brick and mortar.
Okay.
So I have my co-founder Surbhi. She's also my better half. She actually takes care of the entire online sales.
Okay.
And then I have one of my partners, his name is Pankaj, he takes care of offline sales. So we initially started our journey with our website and Amazon.
Okay.
And then we have consultant on board also, take care of the entire Amazon accounts. Then we actually have to invest a bit of marketing, influencer marketing as well, collaborations. And then we also have some sort of tie with the schools as well, where we actually go and put the stalls. Usually, as schools have now started, toy mela and other toy fairs. And, so we actually go set up the stalls, through which we were able to showcase our product to the parents, and children are also able to experience those games. We recently did with VR Villa schools and other schools as well. So that is one of the channels. Amazon is definitely doing it. We are also doing Instagram marketing as well.
Okay.
And then what we are also doing is we recently opened our distributorship to various vendors. So we recently have
Mm.
So that is something that we have got it through a connection.
Okay.
We also had a very great meeting at Crossword, their
Okay.
headquarters. So Crossword has around 135 stores.
Mm.
So they are also interested, to provide a space in their Jaipur store. So might be in the coming 3 to 4 months,
Okay.
we'll be deploying our product in Crossword. And once that happens, I think that will be a very good achievement for us.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. So if you want to share some numbers, like how you growing year by year, because I think you started 2021 and in 2022 maybe I think you got some traction or something. If you can just tell last 2 3 years numbers if you know something.
So actually, our journey started just before COVID. So
Okay.
at that time, actually, I just had one product.
Hmm.
So that was like an idea stage.
Okay.
I made product and I pitched it to iStar team and they liked the concept.
Okay.
But COVID happened and things got halted because at COVID times, everything was digitalized. So,
Yeah.
and we deal in a physical category of,
Hmm.
so things got halted. But we utilized the 2 years of time, in developing more prototypes and products.
Okay.
So now from one product, so now we have 6 products in a portfolio.
Okay.
And now by the end of the year, I think the portfolio will reach around 11. So
Okay.
we have around 11 SKUs.
Hmm.
5 are our own inbuilt design. One we have actually collaborated one of the designers.
Okay.
So she was a PhD scholar. She launched a card game based on nutrition.
Okay.
So that is the thing. I think 11 products will be by the end of the year.
Okay. Okay. What do you think? I mean, like in your own business, one is like, in your internal operations, how you are leveraging AI right now.
Interestingly, so one of the ways which I started using leveraging AI first especially creating the ideation of the game.
Okay.
So I'm actually working on a game based on algebra. So we are trying to design a carom coin, especially for algebra formulas. And
Okay.
I was trying to actually decode that if I have to deploy those carom coins on the same board,
Mm.
and there's some game logic around it. How many number of coins I will actually. So I was
Okay.
able to filter out. I put all the formulas, and so I
Mm.
was able to actually get that exact number of formulas that I.
Okay.
That is the first way. So it's like ideating the games.
Mm.
The second is graphics.
Mm.
So usually, if I have any idea that okay, I'm imagining the kind of board that we wanted to have. So actually, I use Google Gemini,
Uh-huh.
this Neo. So we
Yeah.
create like different kinds of prompts, and we can see that okay, how the board going to fit.
Mm.
So this is actually in the product development side. In the terms of especially like content creation, we use it because we have to create a lot of content around it, and then definitely especially in the sales funnel and
Yeah.
so that's where I think they gonna be playing.
But you are not using for sales and marketing as of now.
Currently, I mean, we don't have enough bandwidth or expertise on that side.
Okay.
But yeah, would be happy to explore across all the value chain.
Okay. 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 So I think as of now, if I ask you the number of orders which you're getting like monthly basis, or maybe if you can also share your revenue side if you want to just share anything. And if we have to make it like 4 times from next month, so how many things do you need right now so that you can reach to that number?
So since inception, we have actually done a revenue from that.
Okay.
The last month revenue was 50,000,
Mm.
and now I think since we are scaling, one of the things which we also realized that was acting as a challenge was compliances.
Mm.
So like before 2021, getting BIS was not mandatory
Okay.
for the product, especially when you are into manufacturing, designing something for kids. It is important to satisfy all the compliance.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think compliance is actually a new strategy that we all need to have. So I think once those kinds of things we are able to done,
Mm.
then we can definitely scale it at a very good level.
Okay. So as part of the money, I think you don't have any problem. That's what you're saying.
I think we need buffer money
Okay.
because currently what happens is usually when uh, we have to supply on a bigger side,
Mm.
let's say someone gives us a quantity of like 5,000 boxes or 10,000 boxes,
Mm.
you actually first need to invest from your side to create that stock
Yeah.
because it actually takes time. It takes around 2 to 3 months of time to create that stock.
Okay.
And then you have to get the product test from the laboratory. You have to actually satisfy the requirements. In fact, today morning I was in Villara at a factory.
Okay.
We were sitting with the compliance officer to get the thing started.
Mm.
So I think that's where I think the challenge and both opportunities lie.
Okay. So I mean, you obviously your team is in the city only, right? How do you procure these all products to sell, right? Or maybe you customize something, or are you taking some of the parts from different factories, or maybe manufacturing units? How you are doing that process?
So, I mean, we have been to multiple fairs, especially in this
Okay.
particular sector.
Mm.
We were recently in MeepleCon, which happened in Mumbai.
Mm.
It is one of the largest board game events of India.
Mm.
So that's where we actually meet a lot of designers, manufacturers.
Mm.
But since we are into this business from last 7 years,
Okay.
so we have got spatially contacts in like Delhi, Mumbai. So, for example, one of our card game actually all comes from Mumbai
Mm.
because they have their own set of expertise because the quality of the card that that cannot be done by here and the print quality. In the terms of like a wooden board, because Jodhpur especially is a city which has the history of getting the best quality of handicraft products.
Okay, yeah.
Most of our boards are actually
Uh,
are like made up of MDF and other.
okay.
So that's where I think we get a level of expertise here. Some plastic components, let's say like dices, forms, and other stuff, we get it from them.
Mm.
So
Okay, okay. So I think it was very interesting conversation, right? And I think you're doing good in your specific area. Thank you so much, Nikhil.
thank you so much.
Bye.